Hey everyone, it's Matt here, and today there's no camera, but we are going to go over Disciple of Great Fist Zeroken and the Angel of Avarice Artina. So let's first start with Zeroken. So he is a fist humanoid male unit. Um, Overall, he has decent HP and a very consistent attack, defense, intelligence, and resistance. His speed is pretty good at 63 overall. So I am very happy with the speed that he has. And his attributes, he is wind based, which is kind of important for my team as I am lacking a lot of wind units. But as I say, he is a fist. Of course, always look at the evil T's first here. His main is UDT, giving fist-wielding allies speed plus 6%. This is one of the first evil T's that has speed increase, which can be very useful if you have a fist team. His second one is with the first dupe is Kamikaze. Ally with the highest action gauge gets plus 40 attack when a turn ends. So if you have a second fast unit, this is probably his most useful overall to a full team building, as increasing 40% when the attack turn ends. If you have a unit that can AoE, that's a very large buff overall. His NE5, fist wielding allies, a single targeted damage dealt plus 15%. It does give a little bit more oomph, but in all honesty, I am not very impressed with this evil T, unless if you have a fist team. If you have a fist team, then this can be pretty powerful, but honestly, in this game, you're really focusing with AoE, so not a huge fan of that one. But the Fast Like Wind NE7, all allies action gauge plus 50 when a turn ends, is a very useful skill. It doesn't boost a great deal, but it is very consistent, and with his speed can be very powerful. But his first level skill, Exploding Tiger, is a single wind attack. As I say, my team's missing a lot of wind, so that's kind of interesting overall. But I am building a sword and monster team, or teams, I should say. So, second one is Hellfire Shot, which is an AoE of 40 down to 35, which is a power of an F to F plus. It's not a very strong one, and it is a little high in the SP department, so it can be used. His NE3 Rising Gale Kick gives speed plus 15% to everybody. It is not useful for how much SP that there is. It is AoE, but all in all, not a huge fan of his kit. The magic spells, it's wind based, obviously, and enfeeble, it does lower attack and attack overall, but honestly, you're not going to be using him for that. And his parameters are plus 30, 10, 30, 10, 10, 10, so nothing very strong over here. All in all, personally, and I'm going to try to do this with like teams that you would probably use him for, but because he is a fist user, obviously he is someone that it would fit really well with a fist team, and supplement and give speed, which can give you some extra power. But unless if you're building a fist team, even with like a New Year's Raws, and maybe try to build a speed team, his skills are a little too specific to be able to actually use any of that without being on the fist team. So for me, he's a giant pass. But if you have a very fist central team, he can be very useful. Alright, our second unit is Artina. And Artina is obviously humanoid female and is a gun user, main. Has very high resistance, decent HP, and average attack, defense, intelligence. Speed is 55, which is still decent, better than the average units in the game. Um, Obviously, most important is evil tease. Main gun wielding is all allies except speed gets 12%, which is decent. First dupe is gained hell 10%, which can be useful for a hell running team if you want to run this way. NE5, Angel Bullet, gun wielding allies, AoE damage dealt plus 15%. I do like the AoE damage increase, but it is a little expensive at NE5. And NE7 is Angel Prayer, which gives all allies elemental damage resistance of minus 15%, which is also a pretty good overall skill. Her first skill, mandatory repo, is HL robbery. That's actually, I really like that they're focusing on hell. She's a top end thief. Fits her bill and her character development very, very good. Second skill, Angel Whip, gives single self a resistance plus 25. And gives you wind attack, and her NE3 ability is an AoE self resistance plus 30. The only skill I kind of like is mandatory repo for hell, but even that's really, really niche. The skills are a major no for me. What I do like about her, though, is she can use heal, Braveheart, and S-Bar, which removes status element on targets, which is actually pretty important. And she also has Mega Wind, which can be pretty good overall damage on top of it, and Giga Heal. Just taking a look at her, she does have 9 on her wand, and personally, I would fit her instead of doing gun wielding allies for. She is a bit weird. I would at least learn up to Espoir for, and maybe even up to Giga Heal, and have her actually as a staff support versus and use gun wielding allies outside, because these skills are pretty good overall, and actually better than her normal skills in general. Overall, she has the same nether enhancements as well, similar to all the other units. And personally, if I had to rank these two banners, or not banner, but the units of these, I honestly prefer Artina much, much over Zeroken. I can at least see a role potentially in Artina, even though she is more of a gun wielding. And once again, as I say, my team is going to be focused more on swords right now. But from an average person, do I think this is a must pull banner? The answer is hell no. Personally, I think this is a pretty weak banner. If you are looking for a specific skill set for either fist or gun, and as I say, Artina for if you have a gun team which is building slowly, there could be use there for her as a support. Also, it's useful to have her just for her healing skill, spar to get rid of annoying elements like or status elements like poison and or forget. But honestly, I'm not a huge fan of either. The speed is an interesting idea, but the skill sets for Zeroken just are not there. and you have to really invest heavily in order to do so. So personally, this is a full skip on my end, and honestly, unless if you're looking for a very specific spot on your team, I would advise people to also skip or do a very, very, very light pull at most. Hopefully everyone's feeling good. Unfortunately, my printing is not available as well, so I can't make any explosions currently. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed everything. I'm going to try to keep doing as much as I can for Disgaea as well, and updating as often as I can. Please give a like and subscribe. Also, if you have any comments, please comment down below. You can also visit me on Twitch at Madgarou. Thank you, everyone. Be safe, be healthy, and more importantly, be evil. Later, everyone.